Hey Paul, it's Chris. Just as promised, I'm shooting that video over here for you. So today we're going to be going over the top 3 things that you should be doing today to capture your online market and bring more customers into your business, right? Now, the first thing we're going to look at is your current website. I looked it over and it looks really good. You know what I mean? Everything's laid out really well. I love the fact that you have reviews on the front page. That's so powerful sometimes. Even just something as simple as that social proof is all people need to say, hey, this is the guy I want to go to. I also love the call out form to obviously and the click to call button up here. Those are both very good things. The picture is great. I've seen some of the services that you've done, and that's also awesome. You got a lot of good stuff going for you. But I'm going to teach you today how to optimize what you have and take it to the next level. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over today is called content. Content is any words, pictures, or words behind the pictures called alt text that make up your page. And honestly, on your front page, you don't have a lot of content. Google wants at least 1,500 words to optimize, right? And this also gives you a lot of opportunity to rank for those keywords that are going to bring you paying customers into your business. Now, I'll explain to you what keywords are here in a minute, but let's look at some of your competitors' website. Now, I went ahead and didn't just get your competitors in Melbourne, but I also got another competitor that, services a wider area because Melbourne was a little bit of a tricky thing to rank for, and I'll show you here in a minute why. But if you can see this guy's first page, honestly, doesn't really have that much content either, right? If you look at their homepage, which is typically what you'd want to rank for is your homepage. Now they're all over Australia. So that was specifically a Melbourne page, but this is the kind of content you would rather see, right? And honestly, they're still really not even optimized. So they could be doing much better here because the Google Analytics change all the time. And the biggest thing that Google looks at is going to be the content on your page to see if it's relevant to what people are actually searching for. Now, to actually go into my second topic, and it's called backlinks, another way that you're going to take your business to the next level, we're going to go into here to a tool that I use called Ahrefs, and this is going to be the statistical breakdown of your website, its functions, and its performance, okay? This right here is the actual power of your homepage, or whatever page I'm on, which is currently your homepage. And this is the power of the entire website. As you can see, it's pretty low right now, right? You have a decent amount of backlinks here and a decent amount of referring domains. A backlink, if you don't already know, is going to be another website linking to your website, just like this. If it's a highlighted text, I go and I click here, bring me up to your website. That's a backlink, okay? Now, your site right now isn't performing that well, right? So as you can see, you're not getting any search results. Nobody's coming to check out your website organically from searches in Google. So it's not really doing anything for you other than, when somebody says, hey, what do you do? And you give them a business card and it has your website on it. That's the only utility that your website has going for you right now, okay? Also, you have a lot of backlinks. This is actually not a bad amount of backlinks, but it's not really giving you that much power. One reason that I could see for this being is either you don't have enough do follow links, which push power to your website, or the 2 biggest things that you want to focus on when you're getting backlinks are the relevancy of the websites linking to you. You specifically will want landscaping sites, construction sites, things along those lines, home improvement, not things like Pizza Hut or anything along those lines, because that's not going to push power to your website. Google's going to be like, this has nothing to do with what he's talking about, so it's not going to push power to your website. You also want very powerful websites linking to you. If you have a bunch of spammy or just overall weak websites, it's not going to do much for you. It's actually going to water down your backlink profile and lower your trust with Google, okay? Now I'm going to go in here and look at your competitor's website. As you can see, a little bit more backlinks, a lot more power to that specific page. And now this isn't even their homepage, right? This isn't the homepage of their website. This is this one page that's for Melbourne, okay? And they're getting a lot of traffic sent to this page. Well, actually, this is the traffic for the entire website. If I look up the exact URL, as you could see, and this is what they have going for them in Melbourne. As soon as it loads, still a very good amount of traffic here, okay? So obviously, this is pulling in what it needs to. And if we go and we look at their keywords, right? We're looking at Melbourne landscaping. That's a more difficult keyword to rank for, but it is giving you a lot of search volume. Maybe not something, that would be something we'd more so want to target as a long term, not a short term. But as you can see, when we look at this other competitor, right? So this is just one of the areas that they serve, but it's the one that I looked up specifically. As you can see, this is their Preston page, but their whole entire website is in your area, right? They're getting a good amount of traffic, and we look at the keywords. You see a lot more buyer intent keywords in here. That's not a good one to go for, but Preston landscaping, zero difficulty, would be super easy to rank for, and it's on average bringing in 100 searches every single month, right? This is bank, right? This is gold here. Paving contractors, if you do paving, right? A 2, and on average 80 searches. If you can capitalize on as many of these keywords as you want to as well, it doesn't have to be limited to one specific keyword. So if you want, you can build out pages for all of these things, rank for all of them, capture, let's say, 1,000 searches every single month. Let's say half of those people actually are going to your site to look for something, and let's say the closing rate is just really, really bad. You're having a bad month or whatever the case may be. It's only 10% and you're still getting 50 new jobs coming from your website every single month, and your website is working for you, right? So it's literally, you're creating it, you're building it up. That way your website works for you and generates customers for you. You got people calling your phone just because they organically saw your website, right? The final thing I'm going to talk to you today about is going to be citations. A citation is any directory that you have your business name, your business phone number, and your business address in word for word in Google, right? So you're talking about places like Yelp and Yellow Pages. Those directory kinds of websites, the more that you have, the better it's going to be to rank you in what's called a Google Map Pack. Now, if we look up Landscape Gardeners Melbourne, right, it's going to bring you up for a Google Map Pack, right? This is where you want to be, because when people look for a local service, they're typically clicking out of here, right? So that's what's going to get you ranking in here. You want to have more citations. Other things that get you ranking in the Google Maps are going to be the optimization of your Google My Business profile, your pictures, your reviews. There's a lot of things that go into it, but the two biggest things is organic ranking for the search result or for the keyword that you actually typed up here, and the amount of citations. Now, citations work just like the backlinks do. You don't want a lot of spammy, non-trustful sites linking to you in a directory kind of fashion as a citation, because it's not really going to do you much good, right? So the quality always trumps quantity, but you do want to get a lot of these. My recommendation is always 200 to 300, because if your competition has, let's say, 30, 40, even 60 or 100, right, you're still beating them by a landslide, and you're going to be able to secure that top position, all the customers that go there, right? Now, I'm going to close up by going over what we went over. So we went over content. You want about 1,500 words of properly filled keywords on that front page. You want backlinks, and the backlinks, you want to have very relevant sites and powerful sites linking to you on a lot of them. And citations, you want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide. Now, if you do all of these things, if you implement all these strategies, it does take time, right? It's not going to be an overnight kind of thing. That would be more so if you did Google ads, Facebook ads. Things along those lines are going to give you a lot faster results, but these are going to give you tremendous results. It takes a little bit more of a time and effort investment, though, to get to the point where your website is bringing you a massive amount of customers, right? But if you do it right, you can become #1 on Google and reap those rewards. Now, you can take all this information that I gave you today, do it for yourself, and kill it, and that's perfectly fine with me. It does take a lot of time and effort, but if you want the fastest way, right? If you want the most effective way and you want to save yourself a lot of that time and effort that could be going towards servicing these new clients, give me a call. It'd be an international call. I don't know if you could do text messages or whatsoever, but it's 330-978-5004. You could simply send me an email back at the email that I sent you this on, and we can actually set up a time to talk further about what the capabilities are of the things that I could do with you, for you, and guide you on. I hope you liked the video, Paul, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.